we'll continue to talk about this over and over again. And that is just the honest truth. And secondly, the only way that we thought Nigerians would have been able to probably free themselves from their oppressors is not even, they are not allowing Nigerians to embrace it. And I am talking about transparency in the electoral process. There is no absolute transparency. How come Nigeria is probably one of very few countries in the world that after every election, we continue to what? To tinker with our electoral laws? Because the same system that produces the same set of leaders that we have would deliberately leave loopholes in that electoral system so that it can be manipulated in their favor. Now, the electoral system that would have been a way out when Nigerians were able to express themselves and say, look, once you have bad leadership, we can actually vote out bad leadership. It also has been hijacked. So in as much as you want political parties to grow, which, like my party, the issue of the campaign is actually a major issue. Because we have like 4 people who won elections on our platform that have decamped. And the law is quite clear on it. But who are those that will implement that law? They are not. Because the very moment you decamp to the ruling party is in charge of the state houses of assembly or the National Assembly, as the case may be. The law, whether you like it or not, becomes unimplementable for them. So, when you put all these issues together, I think the best we can do going forward is just to see how we can continue to embark on advocacy and see how political parties can be supported in pushing bills that will help to amend certain sections of our laws so that institutions can be strengthened to carry out activities dispassionately. i.e., you do not expect a situation where the president is the one appointing the electoral committee chairman, INEC chairman, and you are expecting a totally, transparent process. It's almost impossible. These are things we should be looking at to be able to solve. Secondly, the issue of transmission of election results. These are things that we feel, because you can see the loophole they left. In as much as they say, okay, they've empowered INEC to use every means, including technology, to activate the election. They also didn't make it compulsory for the electronic transmission of results. Very simple. If that had been the case, probably the outcome of the last election would have encouraged Nigerians to come out to vote. It would have strengthened parties, because people will know that I can contest and win elections, and this will cascade down to see how we can begin to build strong political parties. I do not subscribe to the fact that political parties do not have ideology. We have ideologies. And probably we are not giving much credit to political parties on the premise that, look, this year we are celebrating 25 years of democracy in Nigeria. The US, we want to talk about most of the time in terms of comparison and see how political parties have deepened the polity. They've been existing for over 200 years. So I think if we must move at that accelerated speed that you expect of political parties in Nigeria, there's a need for us to tinker with critical components of our electoral process, our laws, that will help to strengthen institutions. Thank you. Knowing fully well, because they can afford to use the state coffers. Yes, they pay for all their candidates, and they write elections, and they win elections. So how will you honestly say that political parties have been given that level platform to contest and win elections? Until that point, until that is established, I don't think it will be morally right to call for the deregistration of political parties. Thank you very much.